The Country Bear Jamboree is a popular animatronic show located at Disney World, but was also located at Disneyland back before 2001. Unfortunately, even with the popularity of this attraction, they closed it down on September 9th of 2001 to make way for a new Winnie the Pooh attraction. So today we're going to be talking about all the remnants and tributes to this classic attraction that still exists at Disneyland, so let's get started. So first of all, let's go head over to Critter Country to check out the Hungry Bear restaurant. This restaurant has been at Disneyland for quite a while and sat right adjacent to where the Country Bears Jamboree was. The restaurant shared a similar theme to the Country Bears and had the exact same sponsor as the Country Bears, which was Wonder Bread. While you're at the restaurant, be sure to look around for some details and remnants of the Country Bears, which are still there in the restaurant today. Like when you go to order your food, be sure to look behind the counter at the old sign, which has a portrait of the Country Bears all hanging out together. Or when you're looking for the restroom at the restaurant, make sure to look up at the signs above the bathrooms, as you'll be able to find Gomer's Gentleman's Lair, and you'll be able to find Trixie's Powder Room, and even the Sunbonnet's Family Den. And now if we take a step out of the restaurant and go head towards Winnie the Pooh's Adventure, you'll be able to find a couple of old details on this ride, and one that is very well known. When you pass by Winnie the Pooh's hot air balloon on the ride, this piece actually used to be a part of the Country Bears show. Back when the Country Bears were at Disneyland, there's a part during the show where Teddy Bear would swing down on her swing. And that mech that lowered her swing down in front of the audience is actually the same mech that helps work the Winnie the Pooh's hot air balloon on the ride. Of course, once you're done admiring Winnie's hot air balloon and you move out of the Heffalump and Woozle scene, if you look behind you, you'll actually be able to find Max, Melvin, and Buff still sitting there in the attraction. They're sitting there just right above your head once you pass through the doorway, and if you don't look back, you may miss them. So make sure to look behind you so you can say hello to these former characters. And once you're done this ride and you get off it, you may want to check by the gift shop and bakery right next to it. But wait, before you go in, make sure to look up above at the top of the building for the gift shop, as you'll see an old remnant of when the building actually used to be Teddy Bear's Arcade. It used to be another little attraction just right beside the Country Bears where you could go play a whole bunch of arcade games. But now that we checked out that, let's go inside the gift shop to check out a cool little detail that pays tribute to the Country Bears. When you're inside, be sure to go by the bakery, not only to smell all the delicious food, but to also take a look at the portraits in the bakery where you can see Winnie the Pooh hanging out with all of the Country Bears. And this little tribute is really awesome as it shows how Winnie the Pooh was really good friends with these Country Bears. And now stepping out of the gift shop and going over the Haunted Mansion, we can see an animatronic on the holiday version of the ride that speculated that this animatronic is a reskin of a former Country Bear. When you're in the scene with Oogie Boogie and you compare his movement to the movement of Big Al, the movements actually look oddly similar and both the animatronics have very similar proportions. And now it's never been actually confirmed if this animatronic is a reskin of Big Al, but it would be awesome if Disney were to come out in the next few years and tell us whether or not this animatronic is a reskin. Now taking a break from Disneyland and going over to Disney's California Adventure, we actually have two special tributes and remnants of the Country Bears in that park. When in line for Goofy's Sky School, be sure to look around you for a cork board, as on it you'll find a letter from Big Al to Goofy talking about how we can give him some cheap fuel for his new planes. And now moving on over to Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout for another remnant of this attraction, which is pretty well known. When you're past the pre-show and in the basement for the attraction, you can actually see a couple of old Disney props on display. And one of these props is Dolores the Octopus, which is an animatronic from an old version of the Country Bears. And this animatronic you can still see up in the scaffolding on Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout to this day. And now we have come to the end of the video, and for making it to the end, let's check out one final little detail. This one's a little sad, but one of the old Max animatronics from the ride is actually currently being stripped for parts at the Haunted Mansion in Disney World. This image that was circulating online a little while ago shows the Max animatronic underneath the Haunted Mansion ride, where you can see he's still somewhat in his original form, but he definitely looks different than he used to. And with all that said, that's it for today's video, everyone. Hopefully you did enjoy checking out tributes and remnants of the Country Bear Jamboree at Disneyland. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe, as I have a lot more videos like this that will be coming out soon. And also check out my new website, where I'm going to be adding a lot of different articles about former Disney attractions and remnants and tributes to them that still exist in the Disney parks. So make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.